brought you the report that U.S. home sales cancellation has reached a record high, according to Redfin. Just recently, all the top news media outlets are discussing how InvestFusion introduces a predictive risk platform that helps solve this issue itself. Welcome, my name is Jeffy Malaba, and I'm the founder of InvestFusion. Today, we're going to be looking at how the top news media outlets are talking about how InvestFusion is help protecting buyers in real estate from losing thousands of dollars to non-refundable fees. Let me make it very clear so that you understand this if you're watching this for the very first time. As a buyer in real estate, your goal is to find good deals in the market. Your goal is to find discounted properties. Your goal is to avoid risk at the deal level. Your goal is to stay protected. And your goal is to not only look for cash flow, but also built-in equity. All of this is what encapsulates InvestFusion. No wonder the top media outlets, the big players, are all talking about InvestFusion. And so the old ways of investing in real estate, the old ways of doing things, the same way of going on listing sites, going on MLS listing sites, calling your broker, is all gone. How do I mean? This is what is happening right now. With InvestFusion, buyers are not only staying informed, but buyers are staying protected. The average investor in the US go on listing sites, and then they put the property on contract. The issue with this is they go into these deals blindly. One, they don't really know what is happening behind the scene on the property until they go on inspection. Now, when they go on inspection, they are committing capital. I'm talking about several thousands of dollars. So they commit this at a minimum, anywhere from $5,000 to over $10,000 upfront risk before they understand or discover the condition of the property. And that's why we built InvestFusion, to stop that risk. And you can see right now me sharing my screen. This is exactly why the news media outlets are talking about InvestFusion. There is a major issue happening, and that's why this is important. Now, look at what is happening here. It says, following a recent Redfin report showing record contract cancellations, InvestFusion launches AI tools to help investors measure deal risk before closing. So the point is, not only before closing, before you commit a capital. And that's the idea. It says here, one, a recent report from Redfin revealed that US home buyers are canceling purchase agreements at the highest rate on record, with over 40,000 US home purchase agreements canceled in December, equal to 16.3% of homes that went under contract that month, the highest December percentage in records dating back to 2017. Now, you may be wondering, these buyers are real people. These are not just phantom numbers, guys. These are real people going into deals, realizing that the deal is cladded with landmines, and they are forced to back out of that deal. Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in that situation where you go into a deal, you commit anywhere from $5,000 to $11,000, and behold, the deal had landmines in it, and you're forced to back out of that deal. How do you think your confidence level will feel like going to the next deal? It may be your entire life savings you put together to go into that deal. That's why we built InvestFusion. That's why we cannot emphasize the importance of buyers being informed and stop doing things blindly. InvestFusion is supposed to stop you from going into a bad deal that you are forced to back out. So if over 40,000, listen carefully, over 40,000 purchase agreements are canceled every year, that is a major issue. In dollar terms, buyers are willing to cough out over $4 billion. Guys, listen, this is not about running real estate to learn how to become cash flow or how to get in built-in equity. This is about protection at the deal. It doesn't exist, guys. That's why we built this platform. It does not exist. InvestFusion. And look at the next line here. It says buyers, listen carefully, buyers frequently back out of deals using inspection contingency as they discover major foundation and structural issues. during the inspection period and are forced to back out after paying non-refundable due diligence fees and earnest money deposits. There is a reason it's called non-refundable due diligence fee, because based on the system, based on the structure, based on how real estate is designed, back up until now, buyers have to commit capital before they can now know the true condition of a property. That is the old way. That is a no-no. And that's why we built InvestFusion. Because you don't want to be at the mercy of seller disclosures. Sellers, it's not the business of a seller to let you know the true condition of what you're trying to buy. It's your business, the buyer, to identify the true condition of what you are trying to buy. And that's why this platform exists, guys. It's pretty straightforward. You're either going to get bonds or going to use a tool that will protect you at the deal level before you commit capital. So InvestFusion is able to identify all these major red flags. Let's continue with the article. It says here, as volatility, affordability pressures, and financing uncertainty continues to reshape the housing market, one question remains: how can investors protect themselves before signing on the dotted line? And that's what InvestFusion here is. This thing is clearly stated and clearly written out here. InvestFusion, an AI-powered real estate intelligence platform, believes the answer lies in predictive risk analysis. And it's pretty straightforward. You want to know what you are getting into. You want to be protected at that deal level. That protection is what you need, designed for both new. So if you're brand new in real estate and you say, Jeff, I have no experience, I'm just getting started, this is for you. Designed for both new and experienced investors. InvestFusion leverages AI to analyze property markets, market trends, expose red flags. So for example, you might be wondering, what are those red flags? Well, number one, any property that has any major foundation issues. Because let's use a simple analogy. Say you want to buy a car. You go to the dealership shop and they tell you, this is a beautiful Rolls Royce. You want to drive this? You said, yes, I want to drive the Rolls Royce. Fine, you're going to get the Rolls Royce, yes. But you don't know if the Rolls Royce has an engine in it. And the dealer tells you, well, before you can test drive this Rolls Royce, you got to put down maybe $1,000 non-refundable fee. That's what you signed for. So you put down $1,000 non-refundable fee to go and test drive this Rolls Royce. Your fee in the terms and conditions of that contract, it's your business. If the Rolls Royce moves or it doesn't move, and then you get into the vehicle, you crank the engine, and the vehicle doesn't even have a functioning engine. And it just rails and rails and rails and doesn't start. What happens? You just part away with $1,000. That is going into test driving a car blindly. Buyers are repeating the same process. It might sound ridiculous. You might say, how does that happen? But that's what happens in real estate. What buyers are doing every day. They go into a deal. They commit. So they see a property. They go on listing sites. They think listing sites is due diligence. Listing sites is not built to protect you. It's your job, the buyer, that have to find a way to protect yourself from buying a wrong deal. So they go on listing sites. They see these properties. They put it on contract. The problem with that scenario is you only see the pictures. You only see seller description, and then you go on contract. You don't know the condition of the property before you go on contract. That's the scenario. That's like buying a Rolls Royce or test driving a Rolls Royce without an engine. And so buyers go into that deal blindly, and then they realize when they go on contract, then they have to do what they call inspection, appraisal. They pay non-refundable DDF, which is due diligence fee, and they pay what they call an earnest money deposit. And that's what is happening in bank. So we built InvestFusion for those who are brand new to real estate. You don't have to have the experience of over 20 years, 2 decades industry experience to invest in real estate and be successful anymore. You don't have to have a team of analysts behind you to be successful in real estate, to succeed in real estate anymore. If you are an experienced investor, InvestFusion is not going to replace you. It's going to enhance your knowledge in this market. It's going to make going to speed up your decision-making process. It's going to speed up your deals to decision process. That's the difference. Again, if you are a real estate agent and you have a team of clientele base that you want to have confidence before going to any deal, you have to utilize InvestFusion to bridge the gap and make it easier for your buyers to go into deals with confidence. Then if you are a boutique firm that have a team of analysts and you want to scale through deals quickly without wasting time, and you want a tool that breaks that barrier for you and find the right kind of deals, InvestFusion is your go-to tool. And finally, if you're a landlord and you're thinking, you know what, I need to expand my portfolio, this is for you. But also, we're not living at the coaches. So if you're a real estate coach, you're an instructor, and you need something to enhance your training for your students to find the right kind of deals while staying protected at the deal level, this is your platform. InvestFusion is designed for you. And so that's the whole idea behind this. And this is simple. It says here, real estate investors, they expect risk, but they shouldn't have to operate blindly. The recent cancellation surge shows how many buyers are entering deals without fully understanding the exposure. Our goal is to bring clarity, structure, and confidence back to the decision process. So this is reality, guys. This market right now in the US is facing a huge uncertainty. And it says here, according to Redfin recent findings, contract cancellations have reached historic highs, guys. This is a reality. So that means year in, year out, we're going to see more and more buyers going into deals blindly, guys. More and more buyers go into deals blindly. It says here, according to the Redfin recent findings, contract cancellations have reached historic highs as buyers navigate fluctuating interest rates, pricing corrections, and tighter lending conditions. And you have to understand this. What is creating that tighter lending conditions? Lenders are only interested in granting loans to deals that comes with built-in equity. Prior to the pandemic time, buyers are willing to go into what they call an appraisal gap. What is the appraisal gap? Now, pre-pandemic, it was a seller's market. And you see buyers all jostling for the few deals they find in the market. Some buyers are willing to put over $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000 above asking price. That created a gap. The gap means when the appraised report or the appraised valuation comes in for the property and you buy above that appraised value, $30,000, $40,000 above the appraised value, is called the appraisal gap. And buyers are covering that out of pocket. Thinking, so one, they buy a deal that has zero equity, they're already negative, and they go and buy above the appraised value, 0, 0, 0 from all fronts. And that is a huge, huge red flag that buyers were dealing with. And so lenders are not willing to grant you loans when the asking price is above the appraised value. Instead, lenders are willing and excited to give you a deal that comes with built-in equity. And that's what InvestFusion finds for you. It finds you deals, not only good deals, but find you deals with built-in equity that cash flows and avoid all the potential red flags. So if a lender hears you find a deal using InvestFusion, they are more excited to grant you that loan because they know for a fact what you are getting yourself into, because you found a deal that not just cash flow, but with built-in equity and zero risk. Three-pronged approach, guys. This is unheard of before now, and that's what we built with InvestFusion. So it says here that when deals collapse, investors often lose their inspection fees because it's gone. Their appraisal fees is gone. Their earnest money deposit could be gone. And of course, their due diligence fee is gone. Fact, 100%. All of that compounds financial crisis. So imagine someone who has struggled for 1 year, 2 years, any less than you can imagine, and putting together all their funds, save up, and save up over $10,000, only to blow it up on one deal. Guys, that's what we call a blind investment. And that's why Not only are you watching this video right now, you have to share this video with your friends, even your enemies. Like this video so more and more people who are in this space, because in reality, everyone needs a home, needs a roof over their head. And so if the financial situation improves, the natural transition will go from renting into owning your own home. But to own your own home, you need to know what you are doing. And that's why we built a platform that will protect you at the deal level. So it says here, for many, the issue is not opportunity, it's uncertainty. Because one wrong move can set you back big time. It says here, InvestFusion, look at this, guys, just look at this. InvestFusion was developed to address this gap by combining property level data with AI-driven modeling to evaluate potential deal stability, projected returns, and downside risk scenarios, instead of relying solely on surface level comps. And that's what we do right now. You rely on surface level comps or emotional decision making. Users gain structured analysis designed to highlight both strengths and vulnerabilities within a potential investment, from guesswork to quantified risk. So you want to understand this, guys. This is why we build this platform, not just to protect you, the buyer, but to give you the deals, to let you know what to avoid, all those red flags, those landmines to avoid before you go into deals. Guys, this is exceptional. It says traditional real estate analysis often depend on spreadsheets. This is a news wire telling you what's happening. Traditional real estate analysis often depends on what? Spreadsheets, manual research, and fragmented data sources. InvestFusion integrates these components into a streamlined system that allows investors to do what? One, analyze projected returns and cash flow potentials. That's one. Number two, evaluate risk exposure under multiple market scenarios. Number three, compare properties side by side with data-backed metrics. There is no emotions in this. You cannot, if you want to grow wealth, guys, this is no longer let's try and see if we can. No, this is factual. There is no emotions in investing. If you want to grow wealth, you need this tool, guys. There is no two ways about this. It's not an if, it's a when you will have to use this tool. It says here, it identifies red flags such as foundation issues, structural damage, zoning violations before entering contract. Let me spotlight this so that you guys understand the power of the. Look at this, yes. Look at this. It says identify red flags such as foundation issues, structural damage, zoning violations, and more before entering contracts. That term before is what protects you. So what you see Redfin's report referring that buyers are losing over $4 billion every year, or 40,000 purchase home agreements are canceled, representing 16.3% of the entire sales done or home purchase agreement contract gone into every year. Imagine 16.3% is canceled. Almost a quarter will collapse. That's a reality, and that is a red flag. And those deals that even go through, these buyers, they absorb the risk, because some buyers just go into the deal and they ignore the inspection phases. They don't want to do any inspection because they don't want to look at the reality on the ground. They like the aesthetics. They love the pictures. They love the design. They don't understand the issue that they're inheriting. And let me put it in perspective. Real estate is a very serious investment. It's an investment that you are going to go into, that you will be with that investment for a minimum of 15 years to 30 years. How do you go into a deal as serious as that without taking some precaution, without having insurance or protection? So you see buyers, they blow away their inspection contingency. They are willing to go get into an appraisal gap. They don't care about the losses. That is a nightmare they are inheriting. And that's why a lot of foreclosures are hitting the market. Because when you go into a deal wrongly and you realize, oh, I bought a landmine, guess what? You are forced to back out of that deal because you just bought a sinking ship. And that is the reality. So once we see the numbers at 16.3%, we're not factoring those blind buyers who go into deals, open their eyes, and they see that everything is wrong, but they could not back out anymore because they are tied in. This alone can take the number of all the bad deals combined to over 50% in the US every single year. This is why utilizing InvestFusion is not just maybe I'm going to try this. No, it's mandatory. And that's what we are helping investors to understand. If you are a serious investor, if you want to grow wealth, seriously speaking, you need to be utilizing this tool to give you that unfair advantage in the market. Now, let's continue with this report. It says, by quantifying uncertainty, the platform aims to reduce. This is a reality from the news here. And I want you guys to take some time to go and digest this. Just go on Google and type InvestFusion. You will see this report out there yourself. It says, by quantifying uncertainty, the platform aims to reduce costly miscalculations that can lead to canceled deals or underperforming investments. So I just highlighted this right now. Buyers know that this investment is underperforming. Out of shame, guys, out of shame, they stay in that deals and they just want to sit it out because they realize that their hands are tied. All their life savings have gone into this investment. If they back out of that deal, they will have nothing anymore. So they still absorb that underperforming investment. And so this is why we said, no, this will not continue, guys. So turning market volatility into strategic advantage. So while rising cancellations rates may signal caution in the housing market, InvestFusion sees opportunity for disciplined investors. It says here, market shifts don't eliminate opportunity. They separate prepared investors from reactive buyers. So you don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive and prepared. It says here, AI allows us to move from emotional buying to structured investing. That shift can mean the difference between a failed deal and a profitable one. Listen, guys, it's all there, plain and simple, for you to go and digest. Now, as housing inventory, I want you can see the inventory situations now. There's a topsy-turvy balance right now. As housing inventory stabilizes in certain markets and buyers gain negotiating leverage, tools that measure risk accurately may become increasingly critical. Investors who understand downside exposure before closing are better positioned, one, to negotiate, two, structure financing appropriately, or walk away before incurring significant losses. Plus, save time. Time is our biggest resource. These deals that you see that is canceled, these investors have lost time and time again. That's the reality. You cannot quantify in dollar terms the biggest resource lost to these canceled deals. We can only know the numbers. We can only say, oh, they're losing $4 billion a year. It sounds like a numbers we can track, but we cannot track the cost to time, the opportunity costs lost by these failed deals. Here it says a data-driven future. This is the future for real estate, guys. This is the future. And you have to understand how this plays out in real estate investing for you as a buyer to get into the right deals at all times. InvestFusion as a data-driven future for real estate. And this is the future for real estate, guys. Artificial intelligence continues to transform industries ranging from finance to healthcare. In real estate, predictive analytics is emerging as a key differentiator between reactive decision-making and strategic capital deployment. So we know AI is changing the game, and you need tools like this to put the risk, to put it in your favor, give you that unfair advantage. It says here, InvestFusion positions itself as the intersection of AI and property investment, offering technology designed to empower users with clarity rather than speculation. So with billions lost annually due to failed transactions, the company believes the industry is entering a new phase. And that's the truth. One where measurable risk assessment becomes a standard part of acquisition process. So the blind way we all are investing in the past is gone, guys, is gone. This is a whole new way of investing in real estate. So you can see the report here from several news wires. This report I'm just going through today, it's from the Naples Daily News. This is the Naples Daily News here. So you have their reports here. This is from Citizen Times as well. Same report from Citizen Times. You have the Progress Index reporting this InvestFusion. This is the Palm Beach Post also covering InvestFusion, guys. So you have Democratic and Chronicle also covering InvestFusion, guys. This is the reality. You have all these news wires all talking about InvestFusion. And so if you are brand new and you wonder, what is this InvestFusion you're talking about? Quickly, this is the platform. All you have to do is to go on investfusion.co, and then you do what they call an AI-powered intelligence search. First step, if you're looking for residential, come in here, click on this, and then you type in the city or state. So I'm in Charlotte. I'm going to enter in Charlotte, North Carolina here. And then let us know what type of property you are looking for. So if you're looking for, say, for example, this property type, if you're looking for single or multi, just select it, select your bed type, and so select the price, and don't hit search, and that's it. But if you have a specific property in mind you want to search for, just toggle to this, and then you type in the address here, and then it's going to pre-populate other addresses for you, and then you can find the address. If you are into commercial property, it even gets better, because commercial, guys, listen, commercial property is where the big box is. That's where the game changes. Once you can understand how to go into commercial, and InvestFusion finds you those gems in commercial property. Listen, guys, I've seen investors lose $5 million on one deal before in the past because they bought the wrong commercial property. $5 million. But you have a tool that will protect you at the deal level and find those right deals for you in commercial property. It's a no-brainer, guys. This is an absolute no-brainer. If you want to grow wealth, if you want to go to 0 to 100, this is your platform to use. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends, like this video, and again, stay tuned for other exciting videos that we'll have. Go and sign up to InvestFusion and start using the platform. And of course, share this with your friends. Test it out, play around this, and find the right deals. Send us your deal score. I repeat, the platform finds you the best deals in under 60 seconds, guys. 60 seconds and less, and gives you a deal score. A deal score above 50% is a good deal, and it's going to interpret it why it thinks it's a good deal. But a great deal is over 70%. A great deal is at 85%, and InvestFusion can find you those great deals. The bad deals, you already can know this thing.